Hello, hello. Welcome back to our channel. My name is Steph. Thank you so much for joining me today. So my grandson's name is Remington. I call him Remy. He calls me Mimi. We're cool. Everything's good at the moment. So I thought I would go a little bit more in depth with my kind of reflections of a first-time homeschooler. And I think I'm just going to do like a little series because that sounded kind of really good. Coming reflections of a first time homeschooler. Yeah. Hey, yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, because I do have a couple of videos that kind of go into the reflections. So I think that's what we'll do. So today I'm going to go into, we're going to finish up the language arts of our first year of homeschooling. What worked, what didn't. The last video we went into a couple of different curriculums that we tried that didn't work for us. And today we are going to go into the final language arts and what worked and what didn't. So we would love for you to join our journey and, see what we're about, see the mistakes that we make, especially if this is your first year homeschooling, because we did kind of document our mistakes too. I believe in owning your mistakes, It's kind of what I teach my grandson as well. And I also teach him to reflect on the positive and try not to really worry about the negative, because there is always a positive if you look back. And yes, you did make a mistake, but what did you learn from it? And when you are reflecting with purpose, you can reflect and pick out the positive instead of focusing on what didn't work, which is why I'm not really focusing a lot on what didn't work. I will be focusing on what did, especially in this video, as we wrap up our reflections of a first-time homeschooler, as we wrap up the language arts part of this little series that I'm doing here. So grab yourself something to drink, because I do tend to, yes, I do. I do tend to do that. And grab yourself something to drink, get cozy, and again, we hope that you join our journey with us. Other side of this YouTube second, especially if you're into what I'm going to talk about. See you in a minute. Actually, see you in a second. So, hey there, hey there. Okay, in my last video, I kind of stopped with the two curriculum that weren't working, kind of went through the whole 2020 crazy curriculum shortage, desk shortage. I'm going to kind of continue where I left off. Where I left off was letting you know that a friend of mine recommended Masterbooks and or Bob Book. So I got them both. Actually, I ordered Masterbooks. They were having a pretty good deal. They were doing their get four books for a certain percentage off, or they were just having a really good deal. However, they were backed up. They were backed up a few weeks, especially on the language arts. So I went ahead and ordered because I had seen the Masterbooks, level 1 on YouTube, the reviews, and it looked beautiful. And I thought, again, that's just something that would probably really work for me and my grandson. He seemed to be liking kind of the workbooks that he was working on in between us stopping the good and the beautiful and trying to find something else for him. So I thought, okay, this might really work. So before that came in, I had to start doing something to get his confidence up. So that is when Bob Books entered our homeschool. We were working on Explode the Code. Those were the workbooks he was working on, and he was really doing well with those. He was working on book C, and he was working on book 1, and he was working on both of those simultaneously. So he was doing really well. I also had ordered, if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I love this book. We also ordered it, and it's like falling apart here, but you guys will be happy to know he did complete, and he got every gold star. You guys, I was so proud of him when he did that. Okay. Anyway, so I had ordered another little phonics book, and I ordered a few Bob books to get him started. And so that's what we did. We started Explode the Code. We did our phonics book, and I'll link these down below for you. And then we also started a set of our Bob books. And he was actually starting to kind of read a little bit. And so his confidence was starting to build up. Well, we're waiting still, and I'm on Amazon, and you know Amazon, right? Because they just want you to keep shopping, and especially me, because I don't even want to know how much money I've spent in that store. Anyway, so the next time I go on to look for just a book or whatever. Anyway, so I go on, and boom, here pops a Bob book workbook. Oh my goodness. And they can have it to me tomorrow. No curriculum shortage at Amazon, okay? So I was like, all right, I think this would go perfect with what he's doing with the Bob books. It might give us a little bit of extra practice. And it did. These books do coincide with the Bob books, and they also go in order with each book in the Bob book set. So here comes my grandson's confidence. Up, 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 up. He's still learning Explode the Code. He's still doing our little Gold Star Phonics book. And I mean, I am just like, oh my gosh, I think we have found the rhythm. Then a few weeks later, Masterbooks arrives. Okay, so I had ordered language lessons for a living education, and I also ordered the books. I also ordered the phonics foundations phonics, and I also ordered the math book. I was going to keep him on Explode the Code. So, but what I tried to do was stop the Bob books. And that's where I made another mistake. I stopped what was working. And because I had ordered this, but in the meantime, like I said, I needed to build up his confidence. So I used the Bob books and the other workbooks to do so. He was happy. He was chugging along. I loved this curriculum though. So I really wanted him to use it. So we did, we read the first story, not too small at all. And I was going to have him do the first lesson. And we didn't get there. We just didn't get there. He was just like, no. I like doing this. I don't want to do this, Mimi. And I said, okay. I went through the book shark thing. I went through the good and the beautiful thing. I'm just not going to have any more tears. It wasn't anything to do with Masterbooks. Had this curriculum arrived, I probably would have used it, and everything probably would have went wonderfully, right? But what I did do from this curriculum is I did make copies, and I made copies of sight words and I laminated them. I made copies of the ABCs in this. I did make copies of the vowels, and there were certain lessons in here that I made copies of that I thought that we could incorporate with our Bob books. And that's what we did. And that's how we kind of used Masterbooks in with our Bob books. We just didn't use the curriculum like it was supposed to be used. I just kind of pulled from it because at that point I had kind of figured out what pulling from things meant. When I started out, I had no idea. I was just like, what am I supposed to do? Again, through Facebook pointers, joining groups, kind of learning, kind of going through older posts and seeing information, seeing questions that had been asked before, going through all of that. I was better equipped to go through language lessons for a living education and just kind of pull what I needed. But I didn't want to use it because I figured that if he wasn't going to use it, somebody else could get good use out of this. And if I can figure out how to do a giveaway on here, I don't know how. Seriously, guys, I don't. But if I could figure out a way to do a giveaway, I really would like for somebody else to enjoy this curriculum here. So, we did use a little bit of the phonics foundation. However, like I said, he was pretty much stuck on his Gold Star book and his Explode the Code book. So, I just kind of, you know, I learned right then and there, don't fix what's not broken. And that was not broken. There you go. So then I thought, okay, once he gets his confidence up, I'll have him do the full master books. Maybe we'll start at the next semester. And when I was going through my curriculum that I had, because I do have more, when I was going through my curriculum, that's when I found that I had actually ordered before all of this. I had actually ordered even before Bookshark, and it had just kind of got lost in all of the mix and all of the panic in the move. It had just kind of got lost. I found learning, I can't ever say the whole thing. I gotta count it out. Learning language arts through literature. I found that, the blue book, and I thought, you know what? This will be perfect because this is kind of where he is, and let's introduce it. Let's keep the Bob books, but let's take the workbooks away and instead bring this in easy. And that's exactly what I did. I brought it in easy. I brought in the little readers, and that's why he still continues to use his Bob books with the little readers, with our learning language arts through literature. That's why he continues to use the Bob books. He no longer uses the workbooks, but he does use the Bob books themselves because he really does enjoy those books, and those were his confidence builders. And now just kind of happened for us, and I think that things were crazy, yes, but I think we experienced what we needed to experience so that we could look back with purpose. We could reflect on, okay, well, this, and this crazy thing happened, but you know what came out of it was this, and this. Back to Foundations Phonics. We did use this a little bit, but again, he was more, he did better with Explode the Code. He did better with our phonics book. We did use this a little bit for the CH, the SH, but he just wasn't ready for that. So I kind of just pulled a little bit of Bible from this and read it to him a little bit. And that's kind of what prepared us for what we have now, for our Bible study. So there you go. That's how our language arts came to be. And that's how his confidence got built back up. And that's how my confidence as teaching him got built back up. And we are still enjoying learning language arts through literature. He loves it. And he's told you guys how much he loves it. And I could not be happier with the program that we're on now. It was a long learning lesson, but I have to tell you this. We also took the time to deschool and unschool for about a month. He was in public school a month, but I did not do that at the beginning. I really should have. I should have done that at the beginning, but I didn't. We did it during the month of December, and we reconnected, and I found out through just doing journaling and some stories and just a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I found out more about him and his learning style. I found out more about what he was kind of looking for and what he really wanted to accomplish as a first grader. Really wanted to accomplish as a first grader was reading and being able to do math and learning how to draw some pictures and stuff like that. And then we'll go into that in our next video, because I did also buy the How to Draw and the Draw Right Now. Yeah, bought that too. But something else did work, and I'd love to share what did work with you in our next video. Hope you found this video informative. I hope that you got some information from it. I know I was kind of bouncing around a little bit, and when this edits, oh my goodness, yeah, a lot of the conversation's going to be missing. So anyway, thank you for listening, and thank you for going on this journey with us. If you are a subscriber, you know how much you mean to me, and you know how much you mean to that little boy in there. Thank you. And until we meet again, be good to each other and be the sunshine in someone else's day. Bye-bye.